We are in it. We're doing it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going.
We're going.
We're going.
We're actually going.
We're actually going.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Actually, no. I was gonna turn on the thing.
It might make too much
Might make
noise.
too much noise. Yeah. All right, bro.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here. We're alive. We're here.
We are
Thank
live.
you for having me.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on?
Fucking did it. Yeah.
We did it.
All right, cool.
Christina didn't eat me here.
And she stopped barking. She's
Yeah,
checking
she
you
stopped
out.
barking. She didn't eat me, so we're doing good. Got a great intro.
There you go.
Thank you. She's gonna hang out with us.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
She's a little model.
That's it. So what's been going on with you? What's been going on with your art and
Yeah.
like how you're moving it around and stuff? It's pretty cool here in South Florida. You're doing a few events, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually about to start working on a new on a series, a new collection of artwork.
Really?
Yeah.
How many pieces is that gonna
I
consist
don't know.
of?
I don't know. It's been like 8 to 12 before, but we will see. I'm kind of like exploring this theme of like, where is the universe?
Right.
And I don't know exactly what. I don't know the answer, obviously. And I don't think
No one knows where the real universe is.
I don't think I'm going to get the answer, but
I mean, no, we've been looking for it. We can't find it either.
oh, we're in it, but like, where is it? Like, if you were to step
Yeah.
out, right? So, like, if you are, so what I've been going through my head is like, we are here.
Yeah.
Both of you, both
We're
of us
here.
are
We're present.
We are here. You're there specifically, and I'm here specifically.
Yeah.
But we are here, right?
Right.
And then, so if you zoom out, if you step out of yourself and you zoom out and you look at this three beings here, right?
Right.
It's like, okay, they are there.
Right.
And then they are in the city, and you zoom out and they are in the planet, and you zoom out and they are in this galaxy, and you zoom out and they are in, ultimately everything is contained by the universe.
And we can't find the, there's no like, there's no like limit. Just keeps
Exactly.
going.
Exactly.
So,
Well,
what is it?
so like the further you zoom out, as far as like the furthest I've zoomed out in my head is like, okay, everything is in the universe, right?
Yeah.
Where is the universe?
I don't know.
So that's kind of like what I wanna like. That's the theme I wanna explore in this next series.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So it's gonna be more like space paintings and stuff like aliens and maybe DMT trips. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know really, to be honest. I don't know yet, but I'm definitely going to find out like in the next month or so.
Yeah. So you've just been doing some like test paintings or something, just some ideas,
Not
some
even.
sketches. Okay.
Nothing. I have thoughts. I have a couple of sketches, but mostly thoughts. I go pretty fast from sketch to painting.
Right.
So like for me, like I can actually, if I read, when I was doing an art show every month, like from half of last year to the end of the year, I was doing one art show every month, and for most of them, I dropped a whole new collection.
Wow.
So like
So
I
you
would,
were working. Wow.
I would say the art show was today. I would take about a week off to deliver some paintings I got bought, whatever,
Yeah.
and then I would go back to sketching. I would sketch it like this, sketch it like this, sketch it like this, paint it.
Right.
So like you saw my
Yeah.
studio there.
So you're not wasting canvas and stuff. You're not sketching on canvas.
No, I'm not sketching
Wow.
on canvas. When I go to the frame, it's I already measured twice and I just cut once.
All right.
So yeah, to answer your question, I'm about to start like a new series. In like I haven't actually made any art in about 2 months.
Wow. I mean, you gotta, for me as well, I gotta let the cup, I let my cup fill out, I spill it all out, my creative juices, then I gotta let it build back up. And sometimes I can stay in that creative flow for a few months,
Yeah.
but I always, like, you always hit this plateau where you're like, alright, I'm gonna chill for now. You're just like uninspired by, I don't know, what's going on in the world, life, your daily chores, just stuff like life gets in the way, people get in the way, the industry gets in the way, and obviously the internet gets in the way by likes and views and trying to be cool and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But like usually when I go through those sabbaticals where I'm just not creating is where I really find that I'm just like, oh, I don't care anymore. Like, and then I create just to create because I like creating,
Just for
and that's
yourself.
usually when the best work comes out for
Yeah.
me.
How long is your, like, how long is your process?
Oh, not very long.
You're always working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it could be 3 weeks. Could be never a full month, but sometimes I have to force it and get back into the flow.
Well, yeah.
And then once I get into the flow, I'm like okay, I'm
Yeah.
like dialed like
Yeah, an object in motion stays in motion.
Yeah.
Totally. Like it's like um, so you had like a long career, right? Like 15 years. Plus.
Yeah, I mean I started playing drums when I was in 5th grade. I taught myself guitar in 6th grade. So I've been around music. I was playing in Dave Matthews cover bands. I've been
That's cool.
writing hip hop for 20 years.
So like a long time.
Well, yeah,
All right.
my whole life, man. But I guess electronic music for since 2008.
Okay. One thing that I've told my career really started like after college and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I said like I'm a professional, like creative, right?
Right.
Whether I was working with cameras or I was working like as a designer or whatever, like my professional career, a bit over 10 years ago, and I started as a graphic designer and like was creative director for a while. And one thing I've always told people, right? And I'm going back to like an object in motion takes in motion, right?
Right.
Like you're a professional, right? A professional shows up to work and does the work.
Right.
For example, like a doctor.
Yeah.
Like inspiration and shit, right? Like I think that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
A doctor shows up in doctors.
Right. Every day.
That's it.
And
They show up to
he's
work.
mundane about it. He doesn't care. He's just like every
Cool.
day doing it.
Yeah. And if the patient is like, oh well, whatever, the doctor doesn't really get to say, oh, I am uninspired today.
Yeah, I
You know
can't
what
go.
mean? Like,
I can't go to surgery. Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
yeah, but that's why there's other things to do now in this day and age. Like you can work on other things administratively, like the internet, like your image, photo shoots, this, that, and the other, sending your tracks out, getting them mastered, getting
Yeah.
artwork done for the tracks. So
Totally.
like there's a lot goes into a DJ career these days. It's not just cut and dry. Hey, make music. Like most of the artists now, they're just like Instagram people. They're like, hey, what's up? I'm here. Like they're barely working because it's so hard to make money making music as well. You know,
Yeah, I've
you really
always
got to
wondered
hit
about
it, and then once those people hit it, they're just on tour. They're just playing shows. We're not getting paid by Spotify. That's for sure. you know. Yeah, you're either selling records or selling, your stuff on Bandcamp, and it's just hard.
The Bandcamp is like what for other like DJs to buy and play your tracks.
Yeah. It's something that's more geared towards the artist. It's kind of like Beatport, but it's more in favor of the artist. It's more indie, more for underground artists. So you get more of the money from the platform instead of them taking like all of it.
Yeah.
But you get like what 0.001 per stream of a cent. 0.001 of a cent per stream.
What is the percentage? Like if like I go and play your song on Apple Music.
Yeah.
What is the percentage that you get?
0.001 of a cent per stream.
Then how much goes to the platform?
All like everything. So like I don't know. Those guys make so much money. They're billionaires, but the artists are starving, and I don't know what they do to help that. But definitely got to change. It's crazy. They get like it's nuts. But
Yeah, I've always wondered like music and like how to make money in music. Because like music is not a physical product, right?
it can be.
It can.
Vinyl. I own a vinyl label.
Yeah.
We press and distribute vinyl, which is huge right now. It's blowing up, but the vinyl culture. But those are tangible records.
Yeah, actually, good point.
Yeah.
But like, like for example, like if I sell a painting for $5,000, I have $5,000.
Right.
If I sell a painting for $100, I have $100, right?
Yeah, it's different, right?
You know what I mean?
And it's crazy. Why don't people value it? Like, they're trying to do it like with NFTs, like making music like something
NFT?
like like on the blockchain, like kind of like people
That's
made
an
some money
interesting idea.
from it, but like that would be the closest thing we would get to selling it for a track for $1,000, and the same amount of time possibly goes in it, if not more. Like I've spent 6 months on a track, and then put it out, and like, what, like,
Yeah.
no one like,
Crickets. Yeah.
no one buys it. But like,
Yeah.
if one person wanted to buy it, like you were saying, maybe that would be cool.
Or like collectible items, right?
Yeah.
So like for example, this is an interesting idea out of productizing like music, right?
Yeah.
So like you drop a track, and like there may be a collection of like shoes, hat, this, that,
Right.
or like the art, shoes, and something.
Right. And a
that
package
gets
deal.
in a beautiful packaging, like just like an amazing experience, kind of
Right.
like a Louis Vuitton level Hermes kind of experience, right?
Right. Right.
And put 10 out.
Right. Only 10.
See, so like maybe that could be an interesting way of productizing. I mean, now also you need to, which is why people are so much on Instagram. They need to
Yeah.
have an audience. Right?
They need to have an audience.
right now.
The only issue is Spotify made tracks like dime a dozen. Art's still valuable. Crazy.
Yeah.
Think about it. People used to get platinum records, like make a lot of money. Like I was just watching this guy the other day. He said, "Yeah, I have 1 million streams a month, and that's the equivalent of having a 15-hour wage, Monday through Friday." And he has 3
Wow.
million streams a month. You know,
That's
he's
a
doing good.
lot. That's a lot. Like a lot. Like 3 million streams a month.
Yeah, this guy was telling me 1 million. He said just 1 million streams a month would be the equivalent of a 15-hour wage.
$15 an hour.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kim's not coming out.
She was
I
not
don't know
coming
why
out.
was it not coming out, but it wasn't. 15
I know
hours.
what you meant though.
Yeah, yeah. $15 an hour.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, so I mean, we definitely need to change the culture.
To have, and put it like this, to do, and it sounds like we're complaining, but it's just kind of observing, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I'm still
um,
gonna make art. I'm still gonna make music because
Totally.
I love it. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it to make money. But
Yeah.
if I was making art for money, then I would sound a lot worse.
No, there's nothing wrong with making art for money, man.
No, but
Like,
people aren't making art for money. They're making art for If they make music for commerce, you can tell the difference.
You could totally tell the difference.
Yeah.
It is.
Night and day.
It is night and day.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, we're just talking about Fisher, right?
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Like that fucking J-Lo song. You heard that shit?
I heard it only on Instagram. I didn't
It's-
listen. I don't listen. I don't even entertain that. No.
Do you listen to music?
You don't mind if I smoke this, do
Go
you?
for it, go for
Okay.
it. Cigarettes like send me to fucking to the moon. I'll tell you why.
Like what, you get like high from them?
No,
Or
like I get.
really allergic or something?
I think I'm allergic to cigarettes.
But not these.
No, not those.
Are you sure?
100%.
If you start sneezing, I'll
No, like I've gotten like straight up hives
Oh my god.
from.
So
cigarettes.
are you allergic to tobacco or probably just the chemicals
I
in it or
don't know,
something?
man. Like I think it's kind of a mental thing. My mom died from smoking cigarettes
Ah. How long did
She's-
she smoke for?
her whole life. She's age 14.
Wow. Okay.
So like
What age did
I
she
just-
pass?
I smoked cig-
condolences. Rest in
59.
peace.
59, 59, like 20 years ago. No, I'm sorry. No, not 20 years ago. 10-ish years ago.
Okay.
When I smell the smell of cigarettes,
Yeah.
I immediately get upset. Like it is it's like flipping a light switch. Oh, can I see that?
Mm-hmm. Specifically for it. Got the fucking. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's got fucking 3 or 4 on there.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's like a turbojet 3000.
It is a
shit.
fucking turbojet.
Shout out to Casa de Monte Cristo. What up, sponsor me, dog?
Yeah, let's go. Sponsored. Yeah, cigarettes definitely like have a trigger on me. For
Yeah.
Sure.
They have a trigger on me. I'll smoke
you
one of those
smoking them?
bitches at after hours. I'll go through a whole pack and be like, oh goddamn, let's do that. I don't even try to, and I don't smoke like during the week. I don't even think about them, but start firing up the bevies and get to after hours. I don't know what's gonna happen. You got shit. Shit. Yeah.
What were we talking about? Pop music.
Oh, we're talking about art and stuff, and we just started talking about planets. What else do we got? We got like.
I know you just released some music.
Yeah, we just
I
really. I just had two releases at the end of the year on the 26th with SOS Records in Mexico. combination of my buddy Ammo and I. He did a remix for me, and there's two really nice tracks that I like. They're sick. It's called Boombox and No Risk, No Magic. And then I had another one on the 29th, right before New Year's. No One Else with my buddy Costa Lucky, the violinist, and my other friend who lives in Thailand right now. He's an incredible vocalist and guitarist. It's called No One Else. It's out now on Spotify. Stream that. That's the show we're going to tonight too. The violinist. Yeah. So we did, and it's one of the best tracks I ever made. The last 3 tracks I released are some of my best work. So
Really?
you're just getting better every time.
Yeah. That's just the beauty of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it. Do you think like that you're like what is your trajectory? Which and it's just like a kind of like a weird question because like the answer from any one given person could be different.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think is like the trajectory of your work right now?
What do you mean? Like, what do I want to do with it?
No, I mean like.
What goals
Okay,
do I
I'll
have?
answer it. I'll answer my question and maybe like it clears up the question because it's kind of a weird question.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like I'm deconstructing the image.
Right.
So like, when I was in college, when you're a child, they
Right.
teach you that skills are technical, like art is technical, right? And that couldn't be further from the truth, right? So like, damn, that thing is hard on there.
I didn't go further. I don't know what the hell I did.
There it is.
I did it. I did it.
So when you're a child, they teach you that the art is to draw the exact thing you see, exactly how you see it.
Right.
And that is the best skill. And that's like that could not be further from the truth.
Right. Right.
Even the masters of art actually
The like the people who create realism and stuff.
Right.
Those guys are insane.
right, but the people who are Picasso,
Yeah.
Picasso,
Oh, they're
the fucking the Van Gogh is like kind of like everything. Van Gogh is like the fork in the road in terms of like creativity, actually.
Right.
Period. Because he did some things that were different that kind of spread like everywhere.
Mhm.
But I think that like there's a lot to find when you explore deconstructing the image. So
Right.
at some point I said, fuck this, I am no longer going to draw what I see.
Right.
I'm going to reinterpret what I see and kind of put a feeling. So now I start work. To answer the question is, I'm currently deconstructing and reconstructing. So like I'll take a piece of photograph, I'll draw something on purpose,
Right.
the way that you're taught not to do it. So that way I can find a new aesthetic. If you draw exactly what you see, then everybody's drawing looks the same.
Right.
Because it's exactly what you see.
Right.
And the closer you get to what you see, then the more sameness you get. And to find uniqueness, which is kind of what I'm interested in, you have to.
Kind of break the lines, kind of break the mold, and get into a different.
So my work is going into a space where it's not technical.
Yeah.
So that's my kind of like my question to you, like where are you kind of going?
Oh, I'm completely breaking the mold. Like I'm deconstructing everything. I do not think about selling music for commerce. I do not think about the trends. I don't think about any of that. I literally am blending multiple genres with artists that shouldn't be on house music and 4x4 and breakbeat, rhythms, and I'm literally not thinking about the consumer whatsoever. I'm not thinking about trying to fit in at all. I'm literally just making stuff that sounds good to me at the time. And if it does happen to fall in one of those categories of tech house or deep house or, like I feel like I'm creating whole new genres right now.
Yes.
And
Same.
I really like sometimes when I'm uploading my tracks or getting them signed, they're like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know. There's like so many. There's like tech house, deep house, minimal house.
Question.
I'm like question mark. I don't know. I'm creating like me house, like stuff that's just like super relatable to me that like I liked making. Like, but it has a lot of like I could kind of describe it as it has a lot of like jazzy feelings, a lot of like, you know, like organic instrumental feelings mixed with like minimal house and stuff. Like I could explain it in genres, but it's very broad because I'm using
Do
so
you
many
ever
mediums of
yeah.
music, you know.
Do you ever like stop and go like, what the fuck is this, and then actually try to come up with a name for it? Because I think that's where
I could
think
maybe
I think that's where you get
right.
the real recognition. Because if you are truly creating something new, then you have to present it as such, right?
Right, like folk house or country house. Or
Yeah, fuck yeah.
like jazz. I don't even know. Like I can't even explain it. Like
Yeah.
instrumental, like minimal. It's like minimal backgrounds with like a lot of sounds. I don't know, like maximal. Like yeah, I would call it like maximal because it's like
Maximal.
yeah. There's a lot of things going on with like minimal undertones and construction. 'Cause I love minimal.
Yeah.
And I love minimal house.
Let me
and
fix
I-
your mic real quick.
Yeah.
It's pointing the.
Oh, it's pointing the opposite way.
The other direction.
Here, do you want me to like stick it somewhere?
right
Want me to
there.
hold it or something? Oh man, hopefully you guys heard me for the first.
No, no. If anything, we could
turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys if I blew it, you know. I could have sounded muffled. I could have been like. Yeah. So where's your next show gonna be?
I don't know.
No. We can do one at my buddy's place in South Beach if you want to do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. He'd love to have us there. I don't know. It'd be hard to get everybody there, but maybe not. I mean, I live down there, so
it could be interesting. Because like the people that come to see my art, they're all here in Broward.
Yeah.
But it could be interesting to do something down there. See
Yeah.
like what can we.
What can we? Yeah, we can try it out.
Totally.
And also the show that we're going to do tonight, if you guys are coming, but Costia's show, maybe that's a cool place too. We can go see it, just check out the venue,
Okay.
be scouting. That'd be nice.
Totally. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I definitely think that you should name your new genres
Yeah.
in its own name. For example, I did I think I came up with a new genre,
Yeah.
and actually that was the name of one of my shows last year. I
Yeah.
think I created a new genre,
Right.
and what I did is I went to architecture. That's like when I first went to college. I went to I went to architecture, and there's a style called brutalism. And brutalism is like government buildings
Right.
that look fucking very plain, like very
Yeah. It was like a jail, just like cut
like
straight.
a jail.
Yeah.
And like they never painted. They like straight up left it brute. It's like very brute.
Right. Makes sense.
But some people did beautiful things in brutalism.
Right.
Right. And then I took that idea, and then I took the idea of like pop art, bright, with pop culture references.
Right.
So I took the aesthetics of pop, which I really like. For me, I need stimulation visually.
Yeah.
So like I love bright colors. I love things that are just like visually
Popping out. Yeah. Of
So
course.
I love that about pop art. And then I just kind of took like things that I needed, like painted my dreams, and I painted like some different things, and I called it brute pop.
Right. That's
Um,
cool.
I realized that no one ever went there. Took those two, put them
Right.
together.
Because they're probably using more monotone colors and
Yeah.
more earth tone rays and
Sure.
darker
So
colors.
like that's what happens in brutalism. But then in pop, no one's doing the things that are brutalism. So I took like the geometricness of brutalism and the brightness of here, and then created, and then put my stank on it, and then boom, new thing.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah, I saw your pieces. They look great.
Okay. So another question. I know you have. I know you wanted to work on some non-electronic. It's still electronic, like hip hop is electronic, but you wanted to work on some non-house
Yeah,
genres.
I work on a lot of non-house genres
Mhm.
because the scene sometimes is unfulfilling because we've been in it for like what 17 years. So it's
Mhm.
like sometimes you just get I don't know bored,
Yeah.
not bored, but like
Bored. Yeah.
uninterested
Yeah.
in the scene and the culture and the way it's going and like always trying to keep up and go out and I don't even know, excuse my language, sucking someone's D in the scene just to try to get a gig. Like,
Yeah.
no, we've already graduated from there, so it's like, I'm not gonna go do that at all. So sometimes I just like, when gigs are slow, I'm just like, oh, like I just start making stuff that I'm actually listening to, and like stuff that I get inspired
What do you listen
from.
to?
I don't really listen to house music. I just make it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like I love going to shows. That's when I get inspired. I go to shows and
Kind of shows.
like raves.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I get inspired to make house music. But when I'm on my downtime, I'm making hip hop and trip hop and bass music and like mix that with like folk and jazz and like literally like reggae. Like my last album had Jamie XX style songs like reggae, like trap, like trip hop, house.
Mm-hmm.
It had so many genres on my first album that I did on my other project under Torin, Lawson. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I heard it by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't know, like I really get inspired off hip hop and just break beats and Tribe Called Quest is like some of my favorites. too.
Breakbeats is crazy.
Yeah.
I never really was into breakbeats.
Yeah.
And lately I've started listening to it. I love art history.
Mhm.
By the way, I love music.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not my medium, so I just consume the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also don't like seek art. Like I don't go to exhibitions. I don't.
Right.
I
You don't
look
see
at
it because
nobody's
you're
art.
making it. You're
I
submersed
don't-
in it.
I don't. My reasoning is I don't want influence. I just
Mhm.
want to do me, baby. Like I got this. But I am big. I love art history.
Right.
All the genres, like
Right.
all the mediums.
Yeah, because then you can get to learn from it and be
You
able to
learn so
apply it.
much.
But you don't get inspired by looking at other things. Like I do get inspired by
Yeah.
hearing other things sometimes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
mostly we just go in there blind and turn on all the gear, bring all the instruments we have, and just start recording.
Yeah, I definitely get inspired, but that's exactly why I don't either, because I don't want like somebody on the internet like took one of my paintings. I don't know if you've seen the green triptych. There's three little images like this.
I think so.
It's an alligator.
I think so.
And somebody was like, "Oh, that looks like Keith Haring." I don't know if you know who Keith Haring is. It's like somebody in the '80s, like from the Basquiat era.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
They were
yeah.
like, "Oh, that looks like a Keith Haring."
I was thinking, I don't know, Keith Ledger's. I don't know what the hell I was
Keith
thinking.
Ledger.
I don't know what I was
But
thinking.
I'm like, like I can see where they said that,
Yeah.
but like I don't. Like I just don't. I just want to create something that's truly original. So
I have that. I run into that problem all the time. I literally make something and it'll be like, "Oh, dude, that sounds like this," and everybody's always saying, "Oh, that sounds like this," and they're like, "Oh, do you listen to him?" Like I was like, "No," I'm like, "I've never even heard that
You-
person.
all
I don't
it
even
is-
I don't even listen to that person.
Yeah.
No, my stuff doesn't sound like that. It sounds like me because I just
sounds
went in
like-
there."
Yeah.
By myself
And
and
actually
made
did it,
and just
yeah.
made it, and like I never heard one of his songs. Like no, it just happens, man.
Yeah, I think
True
that
artists do it.
exactly. You're just tapping into the same vibe that
same
this other person
frequency.
did. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
and
So
like
it's
you
just
know, we're not recreating the wheel here.
yeah.
Art and music has been around forever,
Yeah.
and there's only so many chords and so many colors,
Yup.
and you can only do so many things, and so many shapes and so
Yeah.
many frequencies we can manipulate. But
Pretty much.
so we're just doing our best out here, and what are we getting attacked by a lizard? What
Yeah,
is
you
it?
got squirrels
Okay.
going everywhere.
Yeah.
They like fight and shit in the
Yo,
bush.
chill out, man. Oh, it is a squirrel. All right, cool. All right, we're safe, guys. It's a squirrel.
Yeah, everything's fine. Christina's got us.
Yeah. She's
Go
definitely
down.
gonna eat somebody. It was almost me.
Yeah. Okay, so, you were talking about music theory before we started recording, like the guy that helps you with music theory and shit like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
my buddy Kostiolagi is a genius musical theory guy. So I know what sounds good. He knows what sounds good on paper. So we work really well together. Cause I have an ear and he has an incredible ear, and he can.
Well, he's technical.
He is super technical, and I do things that he doesn't agree with that sound good. That we're like, okay,
You ever look into James Brown?
yeah.
Bro,
I love him. He's the man.
James Brown. Yeah.
Hey.
But like he didn't study study music. He didn't know music. He didn't know how to write music. He didn't know how to read
He just
music.
did it.
And
Same,
the
that's
musicians
good.
would be like, no, that's impossible. And he was like, nope. And he actually like some innovation because
Yeah.
he just was feeling it.
That's it. I don't know how to read it. I
Yeah.
don't know. I barely know chords like on the piano. I know the guitar because that's my first instrument. But man, I don't know anything. It's like just in my blood. I was born with it.
Yeah,
I just
totally.
know it, and I just work on it. You know, every day. That's why I get better
Question:
instruments and things like that.
if you could describe what music theory is for someone who doesn't have the first clue what that is, what is music theory?
Music theory is the thought to be able to translate chords and chord structures and see how they work together and and be able to put it on paper, and that's what a lot of people lack. The people able to translate the music and actually write it down, those are the real G's, you know, because they can like literally hear it and write it, and that's like a massive game changer. Like if you can do that, you're borderline genius. Like
Because you don't need that person to like translate that for you.
you could literally write down what you're hearing in your head on paper, and somebody could play it, just like those composers did. That guy was deaf. Like, oh, this is Beethoven. He's just writing shit down.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
But like musical
That's
theory,
wild as well.
yeah, like theory, like yeah, like that's like literally just that. In my opinion, you're able to ingest sounds, frequencies, discover what what key they're in, and be able to actually put them into a musical composition and see how those frequencies work together and what harmonizes and what chords harmonize and how that translates and how you can translate them to make emotions for people. That is musical theory to me. Like, how good are you to take all the chords we have and make somebody happy or feel sad or this, that, and the other without compromising, sound. And the circle of fifths helps a lot with that too for me, because I can see what chords talk to each other. But I don't need that because my body tells me what
Yeah.
it talks to.
You're either vibing or you're not.
Yeah, like good music I dance, no good music I know dance.
But yeah, no, I know dance. I know dance.
I don't dance no more.
No, but listen, we were talking about this in dinner the
Yeah.
other day. It's when you understand like what was the key? The first circle of fifths. What does that relate to? Like,
Shit.
that's about like
Oh no, not the
being
dog.
no, she's fine.
Sorry, dog. Oh no, I did it more. Alright, cool, we're good. We sauced up the dog for a second and myself.
So the circle of fifth relates to what? Be like the key,
The keys.
and the key
The keys.
is the color of the music. I would imagine.
Yeah, the keys are just like paint. Yeah, I guess the color of the music, and like I would assume in paint they have like a color scale.
Yeah.
What goes with each other.
Yeah, totally. I mean, technically anything can go with each other. You just make
Yeah,
that decision.
but some could look like
what that?
you know.
Yeah, totally.
Some could look like not
Yeah.
it, or some could look like it.
Yeah. So the way that works in the color wheel, and I am willing to bet that it works the same in sound. The way it works in the color
Yeah.
wheel is like, for example, there are certain rules, right?
Right.
And you can break them or you can use them to your advantage.
Right.
So like for example, if you pick a color, and you put it on the wheel, the very opposite of that color makes it brighter.
Right.
So like you
Oh,
take
wow.
red, you take red. If you want the red to be popping,
Yeah.
you put it next to green,
Right.
and red makes green pop, and green makes red pop. That's why
Wow.
barns are red
Right.
because they're usually around grass.
Right. Red and like got white outlines and stuff like to make
Okay.
you see it. Yeah.
If you want, if you have a three.
Hey, look at this. Green, red, and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look, this is the perfect
That's
example.
color theory right there.
Yeah.
Which I would imagine translates right into music theory.
Absolutely. I mean, there's the circle of fifths is mixed in key. I don't really use it anymore, but it's good to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to look at it here, You know,
Yep.
we have all these chords that flip flop, talk to each other, and you can
Mhm.
use them any way you want. I don't know, show the camera. Something like that, guys. Hopefully, it doesn't get us out of focus, but we'll be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're not blurry. Are
You
we
can
blurry?
do shapes.
Are we blurry?
No, I think it should be
Okay,
alright.
good. We look good.
You could do shapes. For example, like I just described something really simple: red, green.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
yellow,
Purple.
purple.
Right.
Boom. Blue, orange. Those
Right.
are opposites. Those are very simplified palettes. Now, music you use 4 chords, generally speaking, right?
4 chords.
Right. So you go.
I don't know. Depends on what we're making.
Sure, sure. But like that's just kind of like.
I mean, if
Keep
we're
it
making
basic.
house music because it's faster BPM, we're using less information.
Mm-hmm.
But when the BPM goes slower, we're using way more information.
Okay.
Because like I could fit, you know, let's say we're going on the kick like we big like if you're on a like if you got a longer kick you'd be like you know what I'm saying?
I see.
It happens.
So, but my point is, let's just say you were working with a 4-color palette, which would be four chords,
Yeah.
right? So you can, what I like to do is I go to the wheel, and I'll make a shape, like a star or a triangle. If I'm doing 3 or if I'm doing 4, I'll make a square, and then I'll just rotate that square. If the color that I want gives me the other 3,
Wow.
and so like I take that, I apply it to whatever I'm working on, and if it looks good, great. And if one of them, I'm looking for something else, I adjust the one or whatever. But it's a good guide to be able to like go shoot, copy, paste,
Right.
quick, and then adjust.
Right. And do you think about that often? Like, is there like something you look at to like tell you that, or you just kind of just do it from practice and painting?
I look at the color wheel, and then you can get creative. So like,
Right.
so like you can do a triangle in whichever way you want, any kind of triangle. So let's just say
Right.
again, I want to pick red. So I'll do a triangle. I put one of the dots in the triangle, like one of the ends on the triangle on the red that I want, and it gives me the other 2.
Right.
So I sample those 2 colors, apply them to my composition.
Right. You never just wing it.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely,
Okay. Good.
absolutely. But that
I was like,
theory-
there's something into winging
yeah,
it
no,
too.
fuck yeah. Theory allows you to go fast, especially if I'm doing something that's more like in the design space where like I'm just working with product. Like right now, I'm working on a label for a bottle.
Right.
Right.
What kind of bottle?
It's like a pre-workout.
Sick.
Um,
Like a new like indie company of pre-workouts.
mhm.
What is it? What's it called?
It's called Pro-Am.
Pro-Am. Cool.
Yeah. It's basically somebody that I know. That's how I started my career. My
Right.
creative career started in fitness.
Really?
So I got this really cool job where I quickly became creative director of a company. We actually set a record, the fastest growing company in the fitness industry of all times.
Really?
Yeah. So.
And then what did you get into after that? Like you were still in the career? Or
No. No. That was like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
That was like 10 years ago. I became a creative director there. I fucking did so much, and I learned so much.
Right.
Like practical things. But basically, one of my friends from work, he's reached out to me a couple of times for different projects and different things.
Like keeps you in the loop.
Since he moved on. But now he started this thing, and he's like a fucking huge fan of like 80s and 90s like bodybuilding and like WrestleMania type shit like that.
Right.
And so we're taking a lot of inspiration and references from that from that culture.
Right. That's cool.
Which is kind of cool.
That's
you
cool.
know?
It's kind of like
Yeah.
almost like '90s, like I don't know that stuff back in the day. It was like '90s pop art and stuff, like
Yeah.
that '90s culture, hip hop vibe.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's that. This is like a commercial project, So it's more,
Yeah. I was
So-
doing some commercial stuff as well. I was scoring commercials.
Really?
Or I did a few this year. Pretty interesting. I got a blank commercial and
You just make sounds.
I
for
make
it?
sounds for it. Yeah. It was pretty cool. Like I did a few for my buddy Joel. It was awesome. It was really cool. really interesting stuff, like super different. But like as I got used to it and started relating visuals to music, I was like, oh, this is pretty easy. I'm just like kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like like I don't know, like the cinema and the film,
Yeah,
like
those are
was almost going hand in hand. Like
Mhm.
it's kind of like the directors were that good, or it was just like flowing. It was nice. I was
Yeah.
like, I got a nice flow. I was easy. I was like, it wasn't like didn't overwhelm me at all. I was like, oh sweet. Like I was right in there immediately,
Yeah.
instantly,
Yeah.
instantly.
Oh, I know this guy, Nico. He's out of Chicago, and he's out of Chicago, and he like lives in LA like part time,
Yeah,
and he does that. He's heavy in the commercial space,
Yeah.
with music and sound.
yeah, yeah.
I think I should connect you guys.
Please,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally.
One of my neighbors does it. One of my other friends does it too. So it's been an interesting thing, you know. But the competition's real hard. You're working against insane sound engineers, so you just
Yeah.
got to really make the right decisions.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I, the my career also has been built in the commercial space mostly,
Right.
um, and I think ultimately, and I go up against like huge firms, like marketing firms and shit,
Yeah.
and like they often like beat me out of jobs and stuff.
Right.
But ultimately, our job is to connect to a consumer,
Right.
provide a feeling, right?
Right, yeah.
So ultimately, if you are a better provider of feelings, right? So like this product is supposed to make you feel like a winner and like whatever, and you can translate that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
The game right there.
Exactly. If you can make people feel good and understand the product and has a nice flow, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Especially with music. It's like kind of sending it around.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was one more thing I wanted to ask you. I knew for sure I wanted to ask you about theory. Oh, while we're on the topic of theory, one of my favorite college moments for me
Yeah.
was when I was in architecture school. I learned so much in architecture school, but I think architecture is the pinnacle of creativity.
That's fucking it's pretty good.
Like at a high level though, at
Absolutely.
high level,
I mean-
not somebody that draws a bathroom or a pool.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the
Buildings of like that are incredible.
the people that are pushing the boundary in
Yeah.
architecture. That is the pinnacle of creativity because
Yeah.
like the building has to stand, but also you have to create something that
Something
is
elegant and nice.
right.
And I feel like America forgot about a lot of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the fact that like the biggest or richest country or whatever you want to call it, and it's just like and you guys are just building squares to save money,
Yeah.
and then you go to like different places and you see these handmade buildings that are just absolutely stunning,
Yeah.
and
Out of like incredible material.
yeah, and it's like why did we forget about that? Like people literally go
Dollars.
to Europe and go to these places to see architecture. And like we just like half of this country, and more than half, like 90% of it is maybe even more than 90% of it is complete
Yeah.
like
Like
dog
you look at
water.
the suburbs, right? You
Yeah.
look at the suburbs.
Yeah, it's like come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I was saying like one of my favorite courses was there was an architectural theory course,
Right.
and in the course, the professor did this thing that each student got a chapter, and you had to teach it. So my chapter was music. I didn't even pick it; it was assigned to me.
Right.
And I don't know how all this relates to like I had no idea how this would relate to my future.
Yeah.
And like actually, I think like one of my retirement jobs in about 10 years or so is going to have to do with it's gonna be in music ish.
Let's go.
But-
Let me know how I can help you.
Yeah, I will. But it was really interesting to me how, for example, architects in like the golf era would take a chord,
Mm-hmm.
and golf buildings have an A chord. So they take the A
Wait,
chord.
you talking about golf, the sport? What
golf,
are we talking about?
the Gothic.
Oh,
Gothic,
goth.
goth,
I
like
thought you said
pointy-
golf. I was like, golf, like clubhouse?
Pointy buildings. Yeah, pointy buildings, pointy like dark buildings.
Yeah.
They use so they use sound and music
Right.
to create the buildings. So, boom, the vibrancy of an A chord essentially would translate to this structural,
Yeah.
mathematically speaking,
Yeah.
it translates to a structural thing.
Yeah.
Then they build the shape of the building on, which I thought that was like incredibly interesting. And like it really started to show me how everything really is connected. You just
Everything
gotta-
is, yeah, for sure. Everything is connected. The music, the colors, the shapes, everything's kind of flowing. And that like dates. That's just going back to your new art collection. Like everything is everything.
And where is everything, right?
Everything is here.
Yeah.
Everything is here, and that's why it's kind of hard to. I don't know. When you think about it, it makes me feel real small. I not really care. Like everybody's like, oh, this, that, the government is that.
Yeah.
That's just like, bro, what are we even doing over here? like, all right, let's try to take care of my family and friends and have a good time while I'm doing it because
Pretty much.
the hell is going on?
Pretty much. You just summed it up right there.
Yeah.
Take care of family, friends, have a good time.
Yeah, to be nice to the people around you. Like, what
And
else could
good
you?
vibes,
What
yeah.
else could you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can vote as many times as you want, but like still not gonna do anything. You know, like what? Yeah,
I feel the same way.
yeah. It's like whatever, man.
Yeah.
But it's we're doing fine. We're
Yeah.
doing good as long as you keep your community good, then we're good.
Yeah. Do you vote?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, why not? Absolutely. I mean, there's no choice.
There's a choice.
There is. There was a choice. There was a choice this year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Should we wrap it up right here?
Yeah. I've eaten so much of this tobacco, I should have poked it. But dude, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, bro. This was
It
cool.
was a great
This was
conversation.
cool. This was awesome.
Let's do it again.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it again, like this weekend maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll just come up with a whole new set of.
We'll just keep
shit to
doing
talk
it.
about.
Let's keep doing it. And yeah, look up Freak the Disco. Look up, how does it say, Lawrence?
Chappe.
Lawrence Chappe.
Yeah.
Sounds French. Is that French?
It is French. It is
Okay,
French.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is episode 1. We'll see you guys soon, and thank you for tuning in.
Peace out.
Peace. That's nice.
That was cool.
That was good. Good.